Alright, welcome back to another section of Waterdeep Dragon Heist. And in the last one, we left the Yawning Portal and we head down towards the Skewered Dragon. Halfway down, we came across a crime scene where you guys had found out that there was a little bit of a turf war going on between at least one gang that we found that had a tattoo of a flying snake, and we've come into more reference to these people at the Skewered Dragon, and we know that they followed them, our friend Floon and Neverember, out of the Skewered Dragon, and they recommended that we check out a warehouse on Candle Lane. Now, was there any questions or clarification needed before our players head out?
I got a question. Of these gangs that are in this city,
Yes.
who's in control of this area warehouse is?
I don't know that it necessarily lays
something
out
that we would know.
I don't think so. I think that would be between them, and that's probably part of what's causing the conflict.
My contact may or may not have some insight on that.
Yeah. Here's the thing, guys. We don't know a whole lot about what we're walking into in this warehouse. Number one, we just fought a troll in a tavern. It might be useful for us to take a little bit of a rest, especially since our Aokokra friend here got beat up pretty bad.
Before we enter into another possible danger situation, we should kind
Yes.
of regroup, try to gather some information, rest a little bit.
Yeah, because we haven't taken a rest since the tavern.
Right.
And I would say it's probably evening, late evening, because you started out in Yawning Portal, and you've come down this far. So
it's probably like getting close to morning time.
Yeah, I would assume that's a good thought there.
Okay.
So are we thinking that we should get like a room in a tavern and hunker down for the night?
I have a house.
I mean, yeah.
We
'cause-
also have a very wealthy friend here who spare rooms.
We do have a wealthy friend. However, I don't know how his reputation would handle one of my kind in his nice establishment.
Well, that's right. You're a tiefling, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's right. I definitely wouldn't want to make anything, make matters worse or tarnish anyone's reputation.
I honestly don't care where my character
charges.
My character is more like wilderness style anyway, so like the big fancy tavern stuff is probably makes him uncomfortable.
I mean, we're at a tavern right now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, we might as well just like take a little bit of a
rent a
rest
room.
here.
And they have 3 Dragon Ante here.
Oh jeez. Here we
Yeah.
go.
However, the other person needs to take a short rest so that they,
No,
Regain
she can
hip-
go rest. There were people playing. I'll play with them.
Okay.
Well, there you go. All right.
I'm gonna go sleep.
Everybody hide your gold, so the Tabaxi doesn't come and take it.
Am I gonna have to look up how to play a 3 Dragon Ante, or do you know how?
You could probably just do like a check, like an intelligence check, unless you really wanted to do 3 Dragon Ante.
I can look.
While she does that, so I guess we've all agreed that we're gonna at least stay here. Are we gonna stay the night? Is that a yes to staying the night then? For the party?
Seems like it.
I have a
Okay.
house. Why would I stay at the inn?
Just
Okay,
so you guys
just-
know, it's
bye.
probably like a good idea to rest before we go into this situation, because, like I said, the Aokokra has 5 hit points right now. Like,
Right, so
she got beat up pretty bad in the last battle. So,
are you offering to house us, Aerocrocra? Or you have enough rooms in your house to do that?
I don't know.
Have people on the couch.
Well, you also
I
got
do
to
not
think
know.
that it's the middle of the night, early hours of the morning. and you got to make a decision whether you want to travel across town or because we are in the southern dock ward, and it's going to be
Yeah, because if you guys look at this, it's about 1,500 feet, which is
I'll stay here.
what? Almost a mile? Or is that a mile?
Well, that depends. Is anyone else coming to my house?
Well, where is your house located? Is it somewhere around here, or is it all the way across the town?
I don't know.
Well, I can guarantee you, mine's all the way across town.
it's 5,000
Okay, so let's
feet in a mile.
let's go ahead
so
and just
it's about
rent
quarter
a
mile.
couple rooms here at this inn.
Yeah.
Are we gonna pair up and split the costs, or are we getting separate rooms? What would you like to do?
I'd say we split the cost. But then again, my character would be fine with sleeping outside on the street, so.
Pair up.
Tim will pair with Ren if me.
Cool with my bard friend.
Ethereal
I sh-
is okay with rooming with Yin.
I share a room with the owl.
Can I by myself?
The owl, actually,
Wow.
I will snap my fingers and the owl disappears.
Oh.
I can't find how to play through Dragon Ante in D&D. It keeps telling me how to play real life through Dragon Ante.
Yeah,
because
that's what I
think
saw
they've
too.
actually sold it as like an actual game, which I want now. But I can't find how to play it in D&D, so I'll just have to pass for now.
Okay, so DM,
Okay.
how much is it gonna cost to get some room?
So this place is a pretty dilapidated old place. It looks like it's like barely holding together. All the windows are smashed out. There's an anchor lodged in the roof. You guys want to stay here, or do you want me to find? Or do
You
want
said
to
there's an anchor lodged in the roof?
Yeah, that was in the description.
Would you say that this is a poor lodging or a?
Yes, I would say it's a very poor lodging. I mean, I could say that.
It's underneath poor.
Yeah. It would be
So
under dilapidated.
So me being the cheapskate I am, because I need a whole bunch of gold, I'd be like, hey, this place is probably really cheap.
Yeah. So I would say
I'm just like, nah, I don't care. I'll sleep anywhere.
Considering Ethereal's background, she's slept in worse places than this.
all right, we'll say a silver for a room each. And just to play on the safe, cheap. Oh yeah, we got a back room. If you want a bed, we'll lay out a blanket for you.
I have a thing called by popular demand. And would you like me to read the entire thing for you?
What is it?
Basically, he plays for the night and he gets room free and food.
I was wanting to try to make a deal with the bar or keep to where if I get tonight free, I will play in the morning and all like that.
Aren't we going to be a little busy tomorrow morning?
I could potentially catch up.
She's like, let's hear you play.
Ooh, performance check?
Yeah.
Bagpipes or drums?
While this is going on, I'm going to go ahead and give her the silver
Side.
and head to the room, and I'm going to do another alarm spell across the threshold and the windows of the room so no one can come in except for me and Ethereal.
I was gonna say, what about me?
So you go upstairs and you see that it's an old storage room that's been like things pushed to the side and enough room made for you guys to make a bed. It's not a full inn, and you can see the bottom half of the anchor coming through the ceiling.
I want to see this performance.
Yeah.
Let's see.
See
let's
this roll.
Do I want to use my
Bagpipes.
bagpipes or drum?
Go for it.
Bagpipes.
Bagpipes.
Both at the same time.
I could with my foot. No, I'm just gonna use my bagpipes.
Roll performance.
Alright. Yee.
So
Wait. All I saw was the 19. Ooh.
so the barkeep's pretty impressed. She's like, "Oh, you can really play well. I tell you what. You stay down here and you play for a couple hours while the patrons are playing cards, and I'll give you half price on your room."
Half price.
It's
Half
only
price.
a silver. And you'd be wasting them.
Half price.
We got a
As
deal.
well as I played. Half price.
5 coppers,
You're gonna
5
make 'em
copper.
cry.
which you're going to be splitting with someone else.
So about.
2.5 coppers.
I only have gold pieces.
Well, we'll take one of them too.
Aren't you rich?
I actually have quite a few silver pieces. I can exchange one of yours with one of mine.
I'm gonna decide which
Yeah, I have 15 silver. I gave her 1, so I can you give me a gold piece and I'll give you 10 silver.
Fair enough. I'll give you a gold piece.
So it's 1 silver for the stay?
Correct.
Okay. Alright, so I need to get rid of some silver. Unless the carrying capacity thing is not a thing.
As long as you've not got like over 1,000 coins.
I've got 121
that'd be all right.
weight.
Oh.
I'm gonna leave the tavern and I'm gonna go to my house. I marked it in blue.
Wait, in blue? You're gonna say that that's your house?
Yeah.
All right, so that's gonna be a permanent location.
Wait. Would Tim and Ren technically live in the same house since the squire is following the knight?
Yeah,
Probably.
probably.
You would probably live in like a building off of the main house, where where all the servants and stuff were. But yeah, you would probably live in the same like lot.
I get it. Tim lives in the shed. Alright.
Well, yeah, they're not gonna let you like have a nice big fancy room. You basically work for them.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, unless Ren
I see how it is.
considers you like his best friend, and he personally is like, no, mother, father, he will stay in the room adjacent to mine.
Rosnar's villa is situated on Thunderstaff Way between Copper Street and Shield Street in the Sea Ward.
I see.
That is at the very top north end section of the city.
What street?
On Thunderstaff Way between Copper Street and Shield Street.
North of Northward.
Yep.
Almost castle.
Yep. It would be in that section there where it's circled. Or square. The square there. Green square. So yeah, that's where you live. That's your family's property.
It'd be a good time to break out the coconuts.
That would be like a 3-hour walk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
no,
would take you guys way too long to get there and back, so you might as well stay.
For real.
So, bartender or barkeep, whichever you go. Can I get like a silver and 9 silver and a copper and 5 copper back? Because I only have gold pieces.
Well, aren't you the rich one? Yeah, she'll
All right.
break it.
All right.
All right, so ethereal, you.
Yeah.
So you wanna? So you were wanting
The
to
person.
play some cards then, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so you see, one of the patrons that was there. He's all frustrated. He just lost a game. He throws his hand down on the table. He says, "That's it. I'm out. I'm out of money, out of time, and I'm leaving." He stands up and leaves an opening. Would you like to join?
Yes, I shall sit down without saying a word.
The other patrons, you can see that they're kind of suspicious of you.
I shall place a silver on the table.
Oh, so you want to play, huh? All right. So I'm gonna say there's 4 other people, and we're gonna each roll a d20. And you said you're proficient in.
I should be, yes. I
So-
thought I wanted to do that. Don't know if I ended up doing that on my sheet because I didn't know how to fill it out, but
So
I
I'm gonna
wanted to take that at least.
roll 4 d20s for the other 4 people that are playing, to go against your proficiency roll.
Okay, so what am I rolling?
What is it? Is it intelligence?
I don't know.
Or what is your you said you were proficient in that game?
Yeah.
Okay, so it might be a +1 or a +2. And the rest of you are you doing anything specific?
I'm probably just going to bed.
Or
I do have my first $25 to donation.
really?
So
Oh, you got a
Yeah.
donation?
yeah.
Yay!
I know who it's from too.
Well, hey, a donation is a donation, right?
That's true. All right, so first one.
Oh boy. Here comes the craziness. Watch out for the trees.
Alright, so I'm gonna click on this 3-dragon ante and just see what happens.
Okay.
Oh, it was to know what attribute to put in. I was hoping it would tell me something about it. Okay.
Let's go ahead and use.
I would say it's a card game, so it would be intelligence.
Yeah,
Um,
we can use your
But you
intelligence.
could argue something else if you could describe it to him.
No, I'll go with intelligence because I don't know what else it would be. Okay.
Okay.
And should I just say submit then? See
Yeah.
what happens?
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. Let's see what the other players get. Don't go by the total. Go by the. So
The
two.
individuals.
Yep.
The
So
two others had better hands.
But yeah, so 2 others just kind of they're out, and the other 2, you can see that they have evenly matched cards. So they're like, oh, no winner this round. So that they're gonna say, let's double the bet and see who wins the next one.
So 2 silvers. I didn't lose that round.
No,
Or
nobody
did I
lost.
lose?
Nobody really. The other 2 split it.
Okay.
So
So I did lose a silver?
yeah.
Okay, I lost a silver.
Yeah.
Okay. For this round, could I sleight of hand and cheat?
Roll for it.
Do I need to roll
No.
a proficiency and a sleight of hand, or just a sleight of hand? Okay, so Levi says that what they did on Critical Role was that they did their 3-dragon ante. If I wasn't happy with it, I could try to sleight of hand, and if that was deemed by you good enough of a sleight of hand, I could re-roll the dragon ante.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay.
So we're gonna go with 2 silver this time, and then
Yep.
if you win, that would be 8. You'd get 8.
8.
Yeah, for the other 4 players.
Okay. All right. Sleight of hand.
All
No,
right.
no. Intelligence, Dragon Annie. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna try a sleight of hand. No!
Ooh, I'd say that's not quite good enough. But you tied for a second on the roll. So you want to keep playing? You keep.
By chance, are there consequences for her rolling low on the sleight of hand?
They catch me cheating.
Possibly.
Or they're just
But-
suspicious.
They're suspicious of you anyway. So I would say,
Well, I didn't win, so if I cheated,
Yeah.
I'm really bad at it.
So I would say, if you win with a bad sleight of hand, they're gonna notice, because otherwise they're not paying attention. You didn't win. They're like, so they're not sure. They're like, you did something funny, but you can keep doing it if that's the way it's gonna be.
All right, so I've lost 3 silver now.
Yeah. You
One
wanna-
more hand.
One more hand. All right.
One more
hand. All right. Let's see. The other guys.
We're all
get-
gonna have gambling problems by the end of this game.
Oh, you got a chance here. Oh.
Sleight of hand! Sleight of hand!
Everything, sleight of hand.
Ooh. Oh. They're like, oh, that's it. So you get, that would be, you took out the 2 more, so you'd get 10. Well,
Are you counting my sleight of hand of 17 as my reroll for
Yeah.
the cards? Is that how you're gonna do it?
yeah,
Okay, so that 17 counts as my
as your hand.
my card play.
Yeah.
Yes. So how much silver did I get?
Your original 2 and 8 more. Yeah.
Awesome.
So you're gonna keep playing, or you're gonna call that the? You're like, come on, put the gold back on the table.
Meanwhile,
No. I'm
meanwhile,
gonna
Tim
call
is
it a
still
night,
playing in the
boys.
background.
Maybe I'll play with you tomorrow.
Oh, you're gold till come here anytime.
There's just bagpipes in the background.
Yeah, so Tim, you played for the hour that she was playing, so everybody's done playing cards, playing their bagpipes, and you guys can all take your long rest for the night. Reset.
I never said I was done.
Well, you said you were gonna.
I'm kidding. I'm done.
All right, then you play all night long, and you roll everything with disadvantage in the morning.
Sass
But
the
then,
damn boy.
but my bagpipes would keep everyone else awake, so all of us get disadvantage.
But
Please, I've slept through a lot worse than bagpipes.
Crap.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, you're in for a rough night anyway. Ethereal has night terrors and like nightmares, so you're gonna be constantly woken up by screaming. So
And it's screaming cat noises. Not screaming person noises, it's screaming cat noises.
Remember, I own you.
Ooh.
You're my
Oh
squad.
my goodness. Hey,
Listen here, bucko.
backstories have consequences. If you're his bard, you gotta do what he says.
Yeah,
I'm not his
right.
bard, I'm his squire.
you
Same
still have to
thing.
do what he says.
All right, so we're gonna say that you've all slept terrible. It's the next morning. You're all
Not me, because I was in my nice comfy house.
So Leoness comes in. She's all like, "Oh man, that was a good night's sleep." And you guys are all like, "Oh my god, what happened?"
I don't know. I can sleep pretty soundly. I mean,
Except for
my
him,
character
he's-
is used to being out in
I've
the
had- I've
wilderness.
had
I have my own
worse.
room.
Roll on it.
And roll? What am I
Yeah.
rolling?
to see how you slept. Everybody roll. If you get it better than a 10, You had a decent night's sleep. Anything less than that?
Constitution?
Just a
Yeah.
D20. Oh, Constitution.
Just a Constitution or Constitution save?
Either one. Constitution. See how it affects you.
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, I slept like dirt.
You have got to be kidding me. The dice
That
on
is
this
a
game are
13.
seriously out to get me.
All right.
Makes
so
sense.
everybody,
I have
everybody,
nightmares. Of course, I slept like a 7.
so everybody that got less than a 10, your first roll is disadvantage. Everybody that got above 10, your first roll is advantage.
Oh
Sweet.
goodness.
So that's how it affects you not sleeping or sleeping well.
The squire and the knight and the tiefling all got good night's sleep.
Did I have to roll since I slept at my own house?
No, but you're good anyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're
You got
So-
a 15, so you got advantage. You're good.
So everyone thinks
That was
that
me.
the anchor
That was
coming
me.
through
That
the
was-
roof is a bad thing, but I like the anchor because it reminds me of the sea, so I slept even better.
Wow.
There you go. You're like, oh yeah. So all right,
Oh crap.
everybody.
Just sitting there or cuddling my bagpipe.
So everybody's awake. They're refreshed. You guys walk out the front door,
What's the matter there, Cookie Monster?
and
Did you get some more donations?
I did. My
Everybody.
parents apparently want to see me get drunk.
Oh, geez.
The thing is, I talked to my mom about this before we started this,
Uh-huh.
and I said, please don't donate, because she was out drinking Long Island iced teas, and I knew that, once that starts happening, I'm gonna get like $25, $50, $75, $100, and it's gonna be like, take a shot, do it.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Yeah.
So you guys come out the front door, and what are you doing?
Yeah.
Are we taking the less paranoid route for Yin and going along the way of the dragon?
I'll say
Or
you're right here.
up to Candlelane?
So that's the
Or
wrong
Candlelane,
thing.
right?
Yep, Candlelane.
Well,
So-
here's the thing: we were talking about talking to people to find out
Right.
what's going on with these people before we go there. Is that still on the table for everyone?
I say we should try to get in contact with.
If you're gonna do that, you're gonna be going way back up there. I mean, Candlelane is on the way, so I mean, it's up to you.
The difference between walking into a trap and knowing that you're walking into a trap.
Well, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily a trap. I mean, it's up to you, however you want to go about it. But
how fast can Linnaeus fly?
I believe it's 50.
It's 50 feet in the air that I can fly, but I don't know how fast. It doesn't say.
You don't have a speed?
Well, the 50-foot it'd be almost double the normal walking speed is what she would fly.
Okay. Because I thought if she could get to the Yawning Portal, quickly and have him meet us part way, and then we could chat with him, then we wouldn't have to go all the way. But if you guys don't want to go out of the way to talk to him, then we can go just straight there.
Personally, in my character's opinion, it's always better to have too much information than not enough.
Okay. So
So far, we believe that this is some sort of a hideout for a gang. Do we really want to just walk into a gang's hideout?
I can go to wherever Ethereal is.
At the very least, we should, if we're not going to talk to anyone, we should at least scout out the area, see how many people are in the buildings nearby, make sure it's not dangerous, make sure we're not going to get into a fight in the middle of the city. Not being paranoid or anything.
What do you guys want to do? Do you want to just go straight there, or do you want to try and talk to my friend?
I mean, we're all a party here, and we don't have to do what one person says.
Right. So, all those in favor of talking to the contact first, thumbs up. Alright. Pretty much the whole party wants to. Looks like Locados needs a moment, though, so...
That's fine. It'll take a moment to walk up there.
Okay.
So if Ren is all right, I would be interested in going through the Snail Street to see if the area is still cordoned off or not.
Okay.
So where are we headed to?
The Yawning Portal.
Well, we're headed
So
back
you
there.
guys are gonna go over here to Snail Street? Like
Do
this?
we notice if Snail Street is still blocked off?
It was just blocked off for the investigation. By this time of day, it would be clear again. So is that the way you want to go? Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
we're
think
gonna
so.
head towards the Yawning Portal.
Okay. So you guys exit, and when you get over here to the corner of Zestro Street and Fillet Lane, let's find my page again. There it is. One nearby shop stands out from the others. It has a deep purple facade, and its windows, in its windows hangs a stuffed beholder. Above the door hangs a sign whose elaborate letters spell out "Old Zoblob Shop."
Hold on, it's a stuffed beholder?
Yeah, it's just hanging in the window. It's like a stuffed animal. Yeah.
Like that is so awesome. I'm sorry, that's so
Yeah, it's
cool.
not. It's not like it's not a taxidermied beholder. It's like just like a fabric stuff.
Oh,
Plushie.
okay.
It's like a plushie.
So it's like
beholder.
a toy
yeah,
thing?
Yeah.
Okay. That's still cool.
For some reason, Tim wants one. I don't know why Tim would need it, but he suddenly has the urge to have one.
So
And just so you guys know, I gotta wait on my shot.
yeah,
It was my mom, and she's getting on right now. I gotta take it on when she gets on.
yeah. I say you might want to kind of space them out just a little bit.
I'd like to, but the rules are what I
I
set them
know.
to. And when one person says $20 and then the other person says $25.
Yeah. By the way, I'm not seeing your donations bar rise.
Yeah, for some reason they said the same thing. For some reason, I
You
think
may-
it takes a little bit for it to process because like
Well, I don't
$6
know.
of it goes to Streamlabs.
Yeah, you might
So-
not have something set quite correctly, but
Yeah.
So- so you guys are standing at the corner here. You see the shop. Are you gonna go in or continue on?
Tim would like to go in.
I don't think we're at any kind of time crunch. I mean, the guy's already been missing 2 days, 3 days now.
Yeah, it's kind of like a hurry up and figure out what's going on type of thing.
No, I thought
I
we were
can-
not in a time crunch.
Well, I mean, it's 2 days he's been missing. After those 2 days, usually everything goes cold. So right now it's kind of like, hey, we might need to figure out what's going on.
I could try and fly to the Yawning Portal and talk to my contact.
I mean, yeah, I suppose if you wanted to fly on ahead, you could. It's not the best idea to split up, but since you're flying, you might be okay. Yin could go with you. Yin can fly.
I'm definitely not as fast as her.
I could carry you!
A bird
like a little
carrying a bird.
baby!
What's your strength modifier? And she looks it up.
An 8.
Good.
15.
Oh no,
No,
well,
The modifier is
15.
probably like a +2 then.
Yeah. So pretty decent strength.
What,
So
what
she could
could
probably
happen-
do it.
What happens is the party could go and Linnaeus and Tim stay and shop. And then when Tim's done, Linnaeus could carry Tim to where we're at.
Well, you got to think too. This shop is within. It's in the path of both places that your people have been seen.
We could come back to it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think
Okay.
Oh, don't worry, Tim. You'll get your stuffed animal beholder very soon.
It has been willed.
Just out of curiosity to make sure, the beholder is on the inside of the shop, not on the outside of the shop.
Yes, it's in the inside, hanging in the window.
Okay.
no, you can't steal it from the outside of the shop. I know where you're going with that.
Ethereal will use her claws to make a hole in the window, reach in, take it.
If it was on the outside, I was gonna have Tim like feel it to see if it was like squishy and all like that. Cause I don't know, beholder. Why not?
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go to the Yawning Portal then.
Chase.
Yeah.
While you were gone, I bought 10 gold's worth of charcoal.
So as you guys were traveling up Snail Street, Yin was distracted by a couple of the market stalls that were on the side of the road, by some of the vendors selling magic items or just random things. Somebody cleaning out their chimney and found some charcoal and some other things. You find yourselves back at the Yawning Portal shortly after business has opened, since it is still pretty early in the morning. Let me go back to it. Now, some of the tokens are going to be on there from before. I'm going to go ahead and remove some of these, since it is kind of going to be morning and there's not that many people in there. So, all right, we'll move you back to it. All right, your tokens are still over there. And we'll go back to the Yawning Portal.
So it's been quite some time since we've been back here, right?
Yeah, it's
About
the
a day.
next morning. You walk in and you hear a greeting from the barkeep.
Welcome to the Yawning Portal.
So I go up here. Well, first of all, I look around. Do I see Yagra anywhere? Like, is she up here? Or is
I'm
she...
going to say all of your friends are here.
Okay. So I go up to her and I ask her how she's doing, and
Yeah, she gives you a friendly greeting in return. I'd say you guys know each other pretty well.
yeah, I mean, we know each other pretty well. When I came here, I mean, she was the first person to take me and my sister in and kind of give us work. So
Uh-huh. And I keep losing my page. All this stuff is on different pages. So Yagra is a mercenary who
yeah,
gets paid to protect a negotiator for somebody named, and his name is Davril Starsong. She finds her job boring and likes to pass the time by challenging adventurers to arm wrestling.
yeah.
So, okay, anything specific?
No, I just want to ask her how she's doing. I mean, she got beat up pretty bad the other night, so I'm just kind of checking in on her.
She says, "Oh, it was nothing. That happens all the time." People don't usually like to lose at arm wrestling, especially to a woman.
And I'm just like, well, that's all right. And, you know, we took care of the troll for you. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
You know, it's just friendly banter between me and her.
And Ethereal, you were wanting to talk to your friend as well?
Yes. So I'll walk up and I'll sit down at his table.
You see that he's just kind of slumped down in his chair, just kind of looking at the table, just kind of thinking to himself.
I'll say, "Good morning, Jalster," as I sit.
He kind of looks up at you, surprised, and is like, "Oh, good morning. What can I do for you?"
I have a few questions of the intricate workings of this town. You might be able to provide me with some information.
I might be able to pass along some information. What have you got in mind?
Well, we've had a couple encounters with a few troublesome people. They seem to be
Troublesome, you say? That information
Yes.
might be worth knowing. Who is it that was giving you trouble?
They seem to be part of some sort of group. They have tattoos of snakes with wings, I believe.
Ah, the Xantherum.
Are they somebody that we should keep an eye out on? And what kind of information can you give me there?
There's some of them that kind of consider themselves the Black Network or a short shadow organization. They kind of organize trades with different mercenary groups. You know, they get them supplies and weapons and that kind of thing. If you really want to know about the Xantherum, I think Yagra works for some of them. She might be able to give you a little more information about what they actually do, but I know that they have they're having a little bit of turf war with the Xanthar Guild.
I've heard a bit about this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've seen some of the city guard out in the street. I think there was a confrontation yesterday, in fact.
Yes, we encountered a bit of that trouble on our way down to the south of here.
I heard it was a pretty bloody day.
It was indeed. We also heard some information about Candle something. What was it? Place we were
Candle
going.
Lane.
Candle Lane.
Candle Lane. I think I know of that area. There's a few warehouses out that way, I believe.
Right. We were concerned that it may be under the protection of one of these gangs, and we were hoping you might know.
I think the Xantherum does have a warehouse out there. That's kind of where they store all their goods that they sell to the different missionaries and stuff.
Right.
Mercenaries, not missionaries.
If we were to go there, would we be seen as trespassers? And would they not like that?
Well, I'm pretty sure that not very many people are going to like you just coming into their place, no matter who's running it.
Right. So how best would you suggest we approach these people?
It's hard to say. But, given the nature, I mean, well, why do you want to see them anyway?
They may know somebody we're looking for, have some information on somebody.
I saw that, Levi.
You saw nothing.
What did he do?
He did sleight of hand.
So, you think they have some information about the friend that you're looking for?
They might.
Well, I guess the best thing to do is go and ask him.
Okay. Well, thank you for all your help, my old friend.
Gillester kind of puts his hand out on your paw and is like, come back anytime.
Okay.
So while this is going on, Locatos is talking to Yagra, kind of like arm wrestling, you know, a little bit of friendly banter, and
Oh, you're arm wrestling?
well, I'm just kind of, you know, just kind of hanging out with somebody that I know.
No, you said arm wrestle, didn't you?
Yeah,
The
he
words
did.
came out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Strength
You want me to
check.
make it? You want me to
Strength check, bitch.
strength check?
Let me find Yagra again, and we'll do a strength check.
All right.
Yeah, character sheet. Strength check. Boom. Oh, she's having an off morning. Yeah.
I'm telling you, these dice don't like me.
What'd you get?
I got a 5.
Oh, she got a 6. She's still, she's struggling, and she kind of still.
She still struggles a little bit.
She just barely beats you.
I give her a run for her money.
Both of you are sitting there at the table. You're both grunting. And finally, she kind of is shaking. You're shaking, and she finally puts it down. Oh, that's enough of that for now.
So after she slams my hand to the table, I just say, you know anything about these Xanthra, you know, running around here? You ever heard about them at all?
The Xanthar?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're a shifty bunch. I've heard quite a bit of telling about them. The Xantharium and them, they're not getting along quite so well.
Like, as in they're not getting along quite so well, as in their business is running down, or as in they've got a lot of enemies?
Well, you saw the fight that happened last night. Yeah, those were Xanthar's boys.
Oh, so that was a big hit on them.
Yeah, they don't like me too much. Seeing how I'm protecting one of the Xanthar. Or the Xantharum. Xantharum.
You're protecting one of the Xantharum?
Yeah, I work for a guy named Danville Starsong. He kind of hires me as a bodyguard. He works for the Xantharum.
Danville... What?
Danville Starsong.
Danville Starsong.
Mm-hmm. He's kind of the guy that goes around and finds us all our business deals for our organization.
Oh, so he's kind of like a contact for jobs.
That's right.
Okay. So why do you have to protect him? Like, what kind of troubles he into that he needs your protection?
Well, it's always best to have somebody by your side if you're that important, going and talking to other people.
That's true.
But what do I care? As long as he's paying me, I'll stand by him.
So you don't know much more than that? They're not doing so hot, so you got to stand by this guy and protect him?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So what about this place? What's the name of the docks again? The warehouse.
Oh, and then Candle Lane?
Yeah, Candle Lane. So what do you know about this warehouse? Any warehouses on Candle Lane? Like, what kind of territory is that? What would I be walking into if I walked over there?
Oh, it's just one of the Xantharum's warehouses. I doubt
it's a
there'd be
Xantharum warehouse.
Yeah, Xantharum.
Xantharum.
They need to make these names more pronounceable.
Well,
yeah,
Xantharum,
what are the two
Xantharum.
different names?
Xanthar and Zent. Here, let me. Here, I'll type it in.
Yeah, because I'm like, they both start with a Z, and I'm
like, it's like almost the same thing.
There's one.
Xantharum.
Xantharim?
which is who Yagra's protecting.
Yeah, one of
She's
their
protecting
leaders.
snake people. The snake's tattoo, right?
Yeah, I think
Because
so.
she fought with the eyeball one.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and then the Xanthar. So Zentarum with a Z and the Xanthar with an X.
Yep.
Why would they do this?
That's amazing.
And you do know who Xanthar is, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Isn't he
Xanathar.
the crime lord?
Yeah, he's a crime lord, big mega boss, beholder.
Kingpin?
Yeah.
Oh
Xanathar's the
yes,
beholder.
yes, the Xanathar's Guide to Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, Xanathar is the big mob boss of Waterdeep. Like he is the mob boss, not just
Can I
a
look
mob boss.
Could I look into Volo's Guide to Monsters and see if it says anything about him? Do
Possibly.
you think
I'm
it
not
would
sure
have
if
anything
it.
on him?
I
I'm not
have
sure.
a little bit. I think Xanathar's was created based off of Volos.
If Volo had anything, it would be about the beholder creatures, not specifically about Xanathar.
Yeah, Xanathar was more like everything.
Okay. See, I don't know that much about like the lore and the monsters and stuff of D&D and everything. I'm still learning a lot, so I had no idea who this person was.
Think
That meant
about the Russian, or not the Russian, but the Italian mafia. But they have literally eyes in every part of the city.
Yep. And there's all kinds of magical devices and people that are working for Xanthar and.
Oh, so that shop with the beholder plushie.
Mhm.
Do you think that has something to do with them then?
Possibly.
Who are you asking?
Oh, I'm just out of
Out of character.
She's walking over to us right now. He's having the conversation with Zagra right now.
Yeah,
She's just out of game talking.
I know.
yeah,
but
like I'm up here. Nobody else seems to be around me except for Yin. Yin seems to be just like right there next to the steps, kind of maybe listening in, so everybody else doesn't hear the conversation. But out of character, yeah, it was probably maybe a front.
Yeah. And the Xanthar Guild, I think they're known for having a bunch of different, lack of a better word, creatures that work for them. Not just humanoids.
Yeah.
So.
From what this is just from what I understand of Xanathar's Guide to Everything that I've been studying since session 0. Xanathar is the boss, the crime lord boss of Waterdeep, and is like he's got his hand in everything's pocket. So that store with the beholder was probably a front of some sort that was just saying, hey, all you guys that are Xanathar's thugs, you're okay here.
I want a plushie.
Yeah, and the Zentarum, they're kind of supplying mercenaries with equipment, so I mean that gives them reason to be fighting them.
Yes.
So. All right. So is there anything else?
So I know that the warehouse may be Xanathar territory.
No, the Zentarum. It was a Zentarum warehouse.
I thought you said it was Xanathar.
No.
Okay, so
Zentarum.
All right, so the warehouse is Xanatarum property currently, but from what I understand, the Xanatarum are kind of getting beat up a little bit. So I tell the rest of the group this, and I let them know. I tell Yagra, you know, thanks for the information. It's been a real big help. So I kind of like let the rest of the group know, hey, when we go over here, it's Xanatharum territory, which would be the snake people, right?
Yes, the winged snake.
Yeah, the winged snake. So the guys with the winged snake tattoo, that's their territory. But they're not doing so hot right now.
Tim would like to ask Three Strings if he's heard any rumors while playing or anything about the Xantarium or Xanathar Mafia Guild thing. Cause Three String, my friend.
Yeah, hold on. Let me say.
My friend's better than your friend.
My friend creeps me out a little bit, but he's better than your friend.
My friend can play an instrument like me. We can make a tag team duo.
Yeah. Okay, so so he says, "Hey, he come up to how well roll a dice. Let's see how friendly you guys are."
Okay.
Roll a-
Give me the mouse.
Let's see how much he trusts you.
Just a regular D20 or
Let's see, what would that be? Maybe wisdom?
wisdom? Or charisma? Or
Yeah, let's do a charisma. See how well you two get along.
Why?
I don't know. Why not?
Ooh, 20. You guys are like best friends. He kind of says, "Hey, yeah, hey, come over here with me." He kind of pulls you off to the side. He's like, "Hey,"
You
Alright.
little.
he says,
Knock the soundbar down again.
"So I've been hearing some rumors about that place. They were talking about grabbing somebody that they thought they might be able to get a little bit of a reward for, but I don't know who it was. But I'm pretty sure they're taking him back."
Do you know where they're taking him?
I'm not 100% sure where they were keeping him, but I definitely know the Zentarum were looking for somebody important.
Alright. Is there any other general information about these people you could tell me?
I'm always looking for information on the Zentarum. I'll keep my eyes open and ears to the ground.
Alright. But don't make it obvious that you're looking for it. Just
Oh, I'm always looking for it for them. So he's like, I can't stand over here for very long, but there's definitely something out there that needs looked at.
alright.
I'll talk to you later, my friend.
See you later.
I'm gonna go to Uday.
Oh God.
I think you mean Oogway.
Well, Tim, do you walk over and tell the group the information you just received?
Oh yeah.
I would stop.
Alright, first of
I would
all,
stop you from coming around or leaving, lioness
lioness.
You are now a lioness.
Where are we all kind of clumping together? Up here in this corner?
No, we are not clumping next to her.
Camp.
Yagra.
Fire.
Where are we clumping?
That's a good question. Away from people.
Is Mustachio dude still down here?
Who?
Volo.
Volo, is he still over here?
Yeah, I'd say he's still there.
There's nowhere to speak in private.
I would say that we leave the tavern and go out to where they like hitch the horses or something, like away from people.
Locados seems to be having a problem.
Okay. Now, Cookie Monster's back, and you guys were about to head outside to have a private conversation.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me reveal the area here. There you go. Now you got the whole front.
Can I just put on the record for your viewers? Don't get a cat. Don't ever get a cat. I'm sorry. I know we got a tabaxi in the group, but don't ever get a cat.
I was gonna say
Ethereal takes a great offense to this.
We have a cat, and he's been laying here like a good little kitty the whole time.
I'll trade you.
So even though everyone's character is not outside, I'm assuming everyone stepped outside with us.
No, because I was gonna go talk to Uwe.
I'll step outside.
I was going to stop you before you do that and suggest we have a group meeting to consolidate our knowledge about everything.
Or we
Okay.
can let her go ahead and talk. She could tell us what information he gives when we all go ahead and just share all the information we have instead of, giving what we have, then going back to her people and then figuring it out.
Okay.
So I say whoever is left that needs to talk to their people, which would be Linnaeus and Ren, I'd say go ahead and let them talk. And then we can all give our information all at once.
I'm gonna go to Uwe.
Who?
Okay.
Uwe.
Oh,
Okay.
Uwe.
Describe what you're doing.
I'm gonna walk over to her and be like, "Hey, Uday, how are you?"
Linnaeus, my friend, glad to see you. What can I do for you?
I was wondering what you could tell me about
About
the two gangs.
gangs. I really don't know much about gangs, but if you happen to know about some magical items that I might be willing to procure, I talked to those people that went down into Undermountain yesterday, and they agreed to bring up some stuff, but I kept telling them that they were too low level. They really needed to wait. But I really don't know much about gangs.
So you don't know anything about the beholders or anything about that?
No, I'm on a journey from, they really need to change these names, Chult. And I've been working with some of the adventurers that want to go down under mountain.
I'm sorry, that's where my last campaign was, and I'm just like, oh my god, chill! That's
You
where
did
I
the Tomb of
died!
Annihilation?
That's
Don't. Well, I pretty much know everything. That's what I've been watching on Roll20. So
one of our companions, Dave, died there and sent me into a full mental breakdown, and I sobbed for like a whole day because of it.
So I'm going to say you're friends, and you're going to know that Uday is a priest who's traveled from Chult, and she sponsors expeditions to Undermountain, and she asks that people bring her back magic items. That's kind of what she does.
So basically, she's useless.
In the situation.
Well, there is
this
nothing
situation.
useless about what she can do.
No. She is not useless. You saw what happened to the three guys that went down there. I mean, a troll tore them apart and came up here.
Yeah,
So-
so she's useful. She just doesn't have any relevant information right now.
Hold on. Wait, where is everybody? I'm
Ren,
so arm wrestling.
if you
Best
look in your
part-
journal, you should
Best part is
have it
thinking
in
that
there.
the troll could have been polymorphed, and we just killed one of the adventurers that came out seeking help.
Well,
The thing
is she knows about the Underdark.
No, not the Underdark,
and
it's
that-
Undermountain. Underdark's something
Or-
different.
Yeah, sorry. Undermountain. I'm sorry. I've got Undercommon, Underdark, Undermountain. They're all like trying to fit into my head. So I was trying to see where I was when this conversation was going down, but I probably don't hear any of it. So.
Okay, so
He did say that also the troll was carrying one of the severed arms from what looked to be one of the adventurers. So
Yeah, and I was gonna ask if maybe she was the one that sent those adventurers down there to get her magic items, and if so, what specifically did she send them down there to get?
nothing
Or
specific.
he?
Just
Is it a she or he?
she's a female Chilton human priest
Okay, so
of
she.
Wayokin.
Yeah.
All right. So
what about
Callie moved her
leukemia?
person back outside, so I'm assuming Callie's done with her conversation. So then Ren.
Did you want to have a conversation?
Ren's person would not be very helpful in this situation in finding
Okay.
the under
Who was your person?
Meloon.
Okay.
Tim?
So, yeah, I was about to say the most important knowledge that I think we got was from Tim.
Tim had learned that from Three Strings that the Zenitarium or Zentarium, whatever, Z had was looking for someone and or already had someone that was of high status and was hoping to get like a ransom for them. He doesn't know who they are or where they're being held.
So this was eyeball or snake?
This is Snake.
Snake.
This is snake. All right.
Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about this outside of the inn is because Yagra works for the snake people.
Yeah.
I mean, she's my friendly face as well, but I mean, you mentioned something like, "Hey, we're gonna go storm these people's hideouts," next to someone who works for them.
Yeah. So I mean, that's probably going to be our next action. Is just kind of determine how we're going to approach the situation.
Think of Yagra more as a thug for hire.
Right.
She's like a bodyguard for somebody that works for them, kind of thing. So she indirectly works for him.
Maybe she could get us in or something like that.
Well, that was one thing. I thought maybe she could introduce us to the man that she's guarding, and he could, we could talk to him and be like, "Hey, we're looking for this person, and we would just be wondering if you'd be willing to help us look for this person." Definitely not insinuating we know anything at all about anything they're doing. Or there's we go down to the warehouse, and I made a point of buying incense and charcoal. I can transform my owl familiar into a spider, have the spider search the entire place, because it's just a spider. No one's gonna hit a spider.
I don't know. Spider Dragon might have a different feeling about that.
but I mean, the spider should be able to hide in plain sight, is what I mean, and kind of like search around the area.
Draw a lot of attention.
Yeah, not gonna draw a lot of attention, and kind of get the layout, see if there's anyone there. All this information if we want to try to do it sneakily. Or third option, we bust the door down and kill everyone.
I would go with option 1 or 2.
Yeah.
I'm more in favor of option 1. Very stealthy, very sneaky. Pretend we're not there and we know nothing.
Here's the thing. Go ahead.
No, you can go ahead.
All right. Here's the thing. What I learned was that, all right, the warehouse is obviously Xantarum territory. The Xantarums aren't doing very well, so they're probably on edge. High guard, which means high security in that area. Xanathar are basically the mob bosses of Waterdeep. Like they're all right. So you've got Zenitarum, but then you've got Xanathar. All right. So just imagine that.
I mean, I guess there's always a possibility of hiring them to do the work for us.
Yes,
True.
but one important note is that the Zaranatarum have a high status hostage, right? Which means that this
Potentially.
high status hostage could be Xanathar gang related.
And have nothing to do with who we're looking for.
Possibly.
saying?
It could be just
It could be just inter-gang issues.
but
So,
if it does have something to do with the person we're looking for, then the matters we're looking into are a lot deeper than what we thought.
did the dwarf back at that one other tavern, did he mention in the
You're cutting off. I can't hear you.
Turn your mouth.
I accidentally turned my mic off, so that would be why. So, the dwarf back at the other tavern, did he mention what tattoos they had?
He did, didn't he? He said it was a
Yeah,
snake.
the people that
Yeah, I thought
followed them out were the snake.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good chance that the Xanatarum took our lost person hostage because of his involvement with the Xanathar gang.
Oh, you think it's all interconnected? The reason that they're
Yeah.
missing is because they are involved in this gang turf war.
Yes. So,
Well,
in my honest opinion, we need to play this very carefully because we have an in to the Xanatarum, but who we're looking for is Xanathar. So, I mean, you got to think about what the repercussions could be for them finding out this knowledge.
The
do
only
we 100%
reference
know that he is Xanathar's?
We don't know 100% sure.
Wait, who are you referring to as Xanathars? Because the only ones that were Xanathars were
the
the ones.
hostage. We're thinking the hostage belongs to Xanathar.
Fulan.
Floon?
Well, we don't know if he's the hostage. We just know he's missing and that they might have somebody. It could be that rich kid because the rich kid hasn't been seen for a couple of days either.
That's
And people kidnap rich people all the time
Yeah.
to get money.
But either way, we're dealing with something a lot bigger than what we originally thought it was going to be.
Potentially.
Potentially.
Let's-
This is all hypothetical, but we got to expect
The
the
gangs
worst.
also could have
and
absolutely
prepare for
nothing
the
to do
best.
with it. The gangs could just be, a side thing. They could have absolutely nothing to do with the missing people.
That's true, but they're still too close to tell.
So let's put this on the back burner real fast.
Okay.
And let's talk about abilities for if we want to try to sneak in or if we want to try to get help or what our plan is to start us off on the right path. Are we saying we want to befriend Yagra up here and go in talking diplomatically, or are we saying that we would like to try to sneak in? My character personally, talking not the best thing. I have the sleep spell. I could put people to sleep. They won't know we're there. We view, we do whatever we need to do, and then we leave. If all goes well. That's pretty much all I can do.
My character personally is very good at speaking. Very high charisma. But this is something that I think, since we have kind of an inlet. Yagra is kind of our inlet into figuring out what's going on. That at least she can get us close enough to where we can figure out who they have hostage. Which could possibly be in the warehouse.
Now, are we thinking that she has this knowledge, or are we thinking that she can get us in contact with a man who does?
Because I don't know if she'd be willing to disclose that kind of information.
Well, see, here's the thing: is we may have to work up to it.
Yeah.
We might not have time to work up to it. What happens if this person's sold? by the time we, kiss enough butt to get some answers.
That's true. Things could happen within that time frame to where we
It has
lose all
been
hope.
3 days now.
Sorry, say again?
I said it has been 3 days now.
It has been 3 days.
I
It's been
think
3 days.
one of our best bets is to do some surveillance.
Regarding surveillance, I can, like I said, make my familiar into something small, like a spider, scope out the area, and then we can go with that information what we will. The problem with that is that someone's going to have to be with me, and I'm going to be basically unconscious the whole time and won't be able to do jack squat while we're doing this.
How far can you get from your creature while this is happening?
Yeah.
I'm pretty darn sure it's 100 feet, but let me double.
All right. While he's checking that, another thought is that's very valid to think about, but also we could go based off. We could kind of ask Yagra, kind of dig a little bit deeper with what she knows, since we do know that she is involved with the Xanathar, or not Xanathar, the Xantarum, right?
Well, I'm a little afraid of asking her too much, because you don't want to ask her too much, because if we start asking questions and she happens to mention it to her boss, that could be it for us. They could move the person. We'd never know.
Well, again, she's kind of like a sword for hire. She goes where the money is.
Right, but if you're
are
the
you
guard for the
gonna-
president, and I go up to you and I'm like, hey man, we're thinking about looking for the president, or we're just asking where the president is. You're not gonna get like, oh well, maybe I should keep my eye out on these guys.
So yeah, she is a sword for hire, but she still works for them. So unless you're
Yeah.
willing to pay her more than what they're paying her, she's not going to be on your side more than she's on theirs. Because
Right.
they're the ones paying her. You're not. You're just
Yeah.
a friend. So I feel like I don't know how much she's willing to disclose and how far she's going to go. I personally don't think she's willing to go all that far unless you're willing to pay her quite a bit.
So how about we do both plans, and we kind of figure out where her loyalties lie. We ask her what she knows, and then we send in the spider, kind of figure out what the actual layout is, and then we compare the two. And if she was completely lying, then we know she can't be trusted. But if what she says is, spot on, then we'll be like, all right, well, this is somebody who we can trust to tell the truth.
I'm okay with that. As long as we're careful when we, try to get some information from her, since we know she has some amount of loyalties, within them because they're paying her. But
Yeah,
I'm okay
everything
with
is-
doing both.
Everything's
Yeah.
gonna have to be worded very specifically and carefully.
I can work on that.
Um,
I
what do we-
spent 2 weeks on this character alone. I think I can come up with some kind of a question.
What are we thinking about doing first, or are we talking about splitting the party and doing them side by side?
I'm thinking about first we ask her what she knows, and then we go ahead and do the spider plan anyway, like not even based on what she knows. Just kind of go in there, turn yourself into a spider, and see what the layout is. And if she lied to us, then we know we can't trust her information.
And also, so that way we could again see if we can confirm or expand on the information if she does tell us.
Yeah.
Right, since we're here, we might as well try to talk to her a little more, see if we can clarify a few things. And then we wanted to go to that warehouse anyway. We would just continue on like we originally planned, but we're going to plan on trying to verify information and get more information and not actually try to start any issues or fights.
It's better to know who your enemies are, know where they could pop up.
My ability is 100 feet from me, so I'd like to throw an idea for the group. Me and Callie can fly. we can fly to the nearest building, not that building, the nearest building, land on top of that building, camp out, she'll protect me while on top of a building while I do all my stuff.
We
As
could do
long as
that.
Linnaeus is alright with that. Alright, she's nodding. Alright, I think we have a bit of a game plan.
Does anyone have any problems with the plan? Or am I missing something? Like, are we overlooking anything? Like, hey, by the way, the giant red button on the wall that says "Don't push." You shouldn't be pushing that.
We did also see that store as well. So
That's right. We forgot about the store. Did we want to try to do something with the store, or
Tim would like to check it out.
Well,
it'll be something we do next time, of course.
Right.
But
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I guess it just depends on how looking at the warehouse goes. You know, because we're not trying to start any confrontation, so if we can do the surveillance without causing any alarms to go off or anything, then I don't see why we couldn't regroup at the inn, discuss things, and go shopping.
Shopping spree.
Okay. We're gonna thank everybody for watching. I hope to see you all next time, where we go and check out the warehouse and hopefully find Floon and reunite him with Volo. Until next time, we'll catch you all later.
Bye.
Bye.